Have you ever seen an evening like this, when the whole village falls silent? What if you found out that by tomorrow morning, your home, your street, your memories would all be drowned underwater? And what if only 2 people in that village remained? Who knew it could still be saved? But the real question is, would they have the courage to reveal the truth? What if exposing the truth meant putting their own lives at risk? What if one friend stood firmly with the truth, while the other was trapped between greed and fear? Can money be greater than friendship? Can a hidden seal, an old chest, stop an entire system? And if, at the final moment, a choice had to be made, save the village or buy a new life? Think about it. If you were in Hamad's place, what would you do? And if you were Zubair, would you sell the truth? This is the story of an evening that could have been the last, or the beginning of a new dawn. Watch The Village's Last Evening and discover, could 2 friends change their destiny? Have you ever seen an evening like this, when the whole village seems to hold its breath, and only 2 people know that tomorrow everything will be gone? The sun was slowly setting behind the hills. The village streets were empty, doors were closed, windows silent. Hamad stood in the dusty street, his eyes fixed on the broken minaret of the mosque. "Everyone's gone," he said in a low voice. From behind, Zubair appeared, holding an old file in his hands. "Not everyone," Zubair said. "We're still here." Hamad turned to look at him. "What's that paper?" Zubair stayed silent for a moment, then handed the file forward. "This is the reason why the village is about to be destroyed." Hamad quickly flipped through the pages. A map of the dam, land purchase documents, and a note. The note read, "If the historical artifacts buried underground are proven real, the project will be stopped." Hamad's eyes widened. "So, it's not over yet?" Zubair took a deep breath. "The problem is, nobody knows where those artifacts are." Hamad suddenly gasped. "I know." Zubair froze. "What?" Hamad said slowly. "My grandfather told me something is buried under the old banyan tree. It's the true sign of the village." The wind picked up. An unusual tension filled the air. Zubair spoke in a serious tone. "If we manage to uncover it, the dam could be stopped." Hamad looked into Zubair's eyes. "But if we fail, the bulldozers will be here by tomorrow morning." The 2 stood in silence for a few moments. Then Zubair spoke quietly. "Hamad, if we take this step, everything will change. What if the truth was in your hands, but revealing it could put your own life in danger? And what if your closest friend started thinking differently from you?" The air had grown cold. In the village streets, only the sound of 2 footsteps echoed, Hamad and Zubair. Hamad was holding the file tightly. "We have to go to the banyan tree tonight. By tomorrow morning, it'll be too late." Zubair stopped. "Why are you in such a hurry?" "Because there's no time." Hamad's voice trembled with urgency. "If we find the historical artifacts, we can stop this dam." Zubair averted his gaze. "And what if we don't find anything?" "We'll be a joke. Everyone will say we're crazy." Hamad placed a hand on his shoulder. "This village is ours, Zubair. Even if we don't try, we should feel ashamed." A few moments of silence passed. Then Zubair opened a page of the file. "Look at this," he said, pointing. Below it was a small note. "To prove the claim, official testimony and video evidence are required." Hamad gritted his teeth. "Then we'll make a video. We'll collect evidence." Zubair's voice grew soft. "And if someone finds out that we're doing all this, the company people could stop us." Hamad said sharply, "Don't be afraid, Zubair." Zubair suddenly spoke up. "I'm not afraid for myself. I'm afraid for you." Hearing this, Hamad went silent. There was a strange weight in the air. From somewhere far away, a dog barked. Zubair looked up at the sky. Before sunrise tomorrow, we have to decide. Either we let this secret stay buried forever, or we bring it out and change everything. Hamad said quietly, I'm ready. The question is, are you? Zubair didn't answer. His gaze simply drifted into the darkness, as if another decision was being born in his heart. Have you ever searched for the truth in the dark, when every shadow starts to feel like an enemy, and every sound makes your heart race? The night had fully fallen. The moon was hiding behind clouds. Hamad and Zubair stood in front of the old banyan tree. The same tree that had been the village's landmark for years. Are you sure? Zubair asked in a soft voice. Hamad nodded. My grandfather used to say, under this tree sleeps the real story of the village. Leaves rustled in the wind. It felt as if the tree itself was trying to tell them something. Hamad struck the ground with a pickaxe. The first hit, then the second. The soil was soft, as if something was truly hidden beneath. Zubair kept glancing back nervously. Hurry, I have a bad feeling. Push the fear out of your heart, Hamad said, wiping sweat from his brow. After a while, the pickaxe struck something hard. Clang, both froze. Hamad bent down and started clearing the soil with his hands. Slowly, an old wooden chest began to emerge. Zubair's breathing quickened. This is really something. Hamad's eyes sparkled. I told you. Together, they pulled the chest out. It was heavy and secured with a rusty lock. Zubair looked around. Make a video of this. We'll need proof. Hamad took out his phone and started recording. This is the village's last night, and we are revealing the truth, he said to the camera. He broke the lock with a stone. The sound of the breaking lock echoed through the darkness. The chest opened. Inside were some old wooden tablets wrapped in cloth and a seal. Hamad removed the cloth. On it was ancient writing and the village's old name. Zubair's eyes widened. This is truly historical evidence. At that moment, a branch snapped behind them. Crack. Both spun around in shock. It was as if a shadow had moved in the darkness. Zubair's voice trembled. We're not alone. Hamad held the seal in his hand, the one that might change the fate of the village. But the question was, would they be allowed to reveal the truth? What if the enemy isn't outside, but standing right beside you? What if temptation knocks on your door before the truth arrives? And friendship starts to break in a single moment. No one came from behind the tree. After a few moments, silence returned. Maybe it was just an illusion, Zubair said, though his voice lacked confidence. Hamad closed the chest again. We need to secure this evidence immediately. By morning, we will present the video and this seal to everyone. Zubair remained silent. The moonlight fell on his face, and for the first time, Hamad saw a strange conflict in his eyes. What's wrong? Hamad asked. Hesitating, Zubair said. What if we give this to someone else? Hamad was startled. To someone else? Who? Zubair lowered his gaze. To the company people. The air seemed to freeze. Have you gone mad? Hamad's voice rose. We came to save the village, not sell it. Zubair quickly replied. They are ready to pay a huge sum, they spoke to me, this evening. Hamad felt his heart sink. You hid this from me? Tears welled up in Zubair's eyes. I had no choice. I have nothing left. This village is being lost too. If we get the money, we can start a new life. Hamad pressed the seal to his chest. And what about your conscience? Zubair's voice broke. Conscience doesn't fill your stomach, Hamad. Hearing this, disappointment spread across Hamad's face. So all of this, even friendship, was just for money? Zubair said, writhing. No. But I'm tired, always losing. For a few moments, they just looked at each other. The wind grew stronger. The banyan leaves rustled violently. Hamad said quietly, "If you sell this secret, you won't just lose the village, you'll lose me too." Tears appeared in Zubair's eyes. "Are you betraying me, Zubair?" Zubair opened his lips to respond, but at that moment, his phone rang. The screen displayed that same name, the one that could change everything. Can one phone call end a friendship? Is money more powerful than truth? And can a heart change at the very last moment? The phone kept ringing continuously. Zubair's hands were trembling. Hamad looked into his eyes. "Pick it up, let's hear what they have to say." Zubair answered the call. He didn't turn on the speaker, but Hamad was reading the expressions on his face. "Yes," Zubair said softly. He listened for a few moments. Then his face grew more serious. "No, not yet, I'm thinking." And he ended the call. There was silence for a few seconds. Hamad asked sternly, "How much are they offering?" Zubair replied quietly, "Enough for us to buy a house in the city, start a new life, forget everything." Hamad gave a faint smile, but it was filled with pain. "And watch our village drown underwater?" Tears welled up in Zubair's eyes. "The village will drown anyway, if we fail." Hamad immediately took out his phone. "Then we won't fail." "What do you mean?" Zubair asked. Hamad turned on the video recording. He pointed the camera toward himself. "This is the village's last night. We have found historical evidence. If anything happens to us, this video will reach everyone." Zubair was shocked. "What are you doing?" Hamad held the seal in front of the camera. "We will not sell this secret. We will show it to the world." A war was raging inside Zubair. On one side, money. On the other, truth. "Zubair," Hamad said softly, "we promised in childhood, didn't we? That we would stay together. No matter what happens." Zubair's tears began to fall. "I was scared. I became weak." At that moment, the phone rang again. This time, Hamad picked it up. He answered the call and said clearly, "This secret will not be sold. Tomorrow morning, everyone will know the truth." And he ended the call. A strange calm spread through the air. Hamad extended his hand toward Zubair. "Final decision. Are you with me?" Zubair kept his eyes closed for a few moments. Will this village die today or rise again? Everything depended on his next word. Can one truth change an entire destiny? Can friendship be greater than greed? And can the last evening turn into a new morning? There was silence for a few moments. Then Zubair opened his eyes. His voice was heavy, but firm. "I am with you till the end." Tears welled up in Hamad's eyes. He held Zubair's hand tightly. "Then let's go, and not let the truth stay hidden." The first light of morning spread across the horizon. From a distance, the sound of machines could be heard. Bulldozers were moving toward the village. Hamad completed the video they had recorded during the night. They cleaned the seal and the tablets and recorded everything clearly. Zubair looked directly into the camera and said, "We are the last witnesses of this village. If these artifacts are real, then this land is protected." Hamad immediately sent the video to different numbers and on social media. Within minutes, the phones began ringing. A call came from a government office. "Stop the work. A team is coming for verification." The two looked at each other. Their hearts were beating fast. After a while, vehicles arrived. Experts examined the seal and read the tablets. An officer said in a serious tone, "This is indeed historical heritage. This area will be protected. The dam project will be revised." Hamad felt his knees give way. He sat down on the ground. Tears streamed down Zubair's face. We won?" The officer nodded. "This village is now safe." The sun had fully risen. The same village that was going to drown yesterday was now bathed in new light. Zubair said softly, "I almost lost everything, chasing money." Hamad smiled. No, you saved everything. Both of them stood under the banyan tree. The wind was gentle now, Zubair said. Today I understood. True wealth is not land. It is conscience. Hamad looked up at the sky. And true power lies in truth. The village's last evening had turned into a new morning. And the decision of two friends saved not only the land, but their friendship as well.